Cause life's a bitch and then you die. Life's a bitch and then you die. Cause you never know when you're gonna go. That new AZ, Do or Die 2. Let's go. What's up, everybody? We are back with another review. AZ, your favorite rappers, your favorite MC's favorite MC, AZ. Man, Do or Die 2. I mean, Do or Die Part 1, I think it's a classic. I think AZ is one of the most underrated MCs ever. I think he has one of the best top 5, I think, flows and just flows ever in MCing. I think, I mean, yeah, man, the man is respected just by the production on the album. Do or Die 2, we got BINK, we got Rockwilder, we got Pete Rock, we got ALCHEMIST on production, we got Lil Wayne, we got Rick Ross, Conway, T-Pain, you know, he got Heatmakers on production on here, CZARFACE on production. He is really, I'm really proud for AZ, man. I'm proud to see this album dropped. A lot of the legends are doing part 2s to classics, whether it was ELE last year for Busta Rhymes, AZ Do or Die 2, Do or Die 1. Like I said, I think it was a classic. And you know, I mean, the Jaheim songs, the Jaheim song. I'm just going to tell you right now, I love the album. I love the album. I'm a big fan of the album. AZ is just super nice. The Rick Ross joint is perfect for, it's like the perfect feature, because I think Rick Ross today, in today's time, has one of the best flows, period, in hip hop. And I think Rick Ross and AZ, they complemented each other. Lil Wayne is 3 for 3 on the song with him and Conway. They all ripped it. ALCHEMIST has been doing his thing. Absolutely crazy what ALCHEMIST has been doing on the run he's been doing this year. But then just, you know, Lil Wayne, Conway's verse, all of their verses, but Lil Wayne with the Drake album, and then and now I'm almost forgetting what he did. Oh, on Westside Gunn's album, and then this, like, he is showing that is Lil Wayne gonna drop soon, and I would hope he is spitting like he has been spitting on these features. He got Pete Rock, Check Me Out is one of my favorite songs on the album. The T-Pain song, I did not think that he was gonna make it work, but he actually did. And it's a good way to end the album. I think, you know, more than just album, let's just give AZ his flowers, man. I mean, the man, you know, one thing I do wish, though, is that, you know, happy birthday, Nas. This should be dropping on Nas's birthday. I wish Nas was on the album. I started this with Life's a Bitch. I just feel they go together so greatly. And, you know, AZ was on Illmatic, the only feature on that album. Nas was on Do or Die. And I would have just liked, and I thought, you know, with Nas putting AZ on the last album with The Firm, I would have just liked to hear that. I just would have liked to hear Nas on an AZ, blessing him on that album. I don't think AZ needs it, but it would have just been good for nostalgia since his Do or Die 2, that, you know, they could have did, you know, a song reminiscent of their song they did. You know, I think Nas was on one song, but then he was also on the hook on, you know, give it, just give it, give it. Oh, sorry, you know, I'm reminiscing. Just I might listen to Do or Die 1 again tonight. You know, I think Keep It Real is one of my favorite joints too. The Bobby Caldwell joint, What You Won't Do for Love. Look it up if you're not familiar. Get familiar. I got an old soul, so I mean, I like that song. I mean, every verse I think is stand out. He has not lost. I don't even want to say has not lost, because I hate, you know, thinking that just because they're older they're gonna lose something. This is not sports where you physically just don't have it anymore. This is writing. People are artists. People can keep writing. People flows keep, you know, if people keep evolving and with the times, I think his flow is just effortless and it's timeless. He's still rhyming like how he rhymed back then in the 90s, and it is just an effortless, timeless flow, and it's so smooth, and it's just I just think that AZ, you know, to drop this album in today's time, long time since he's dropped the album. I mean, 9 Lives, I like. Asiatic, one of my favorite. Pieces of a Man. Oh man, I remember seeing posters of that everywhere. Just go do some AZ homework if you're not familiar with AZ, man. I think I just think, you know, this album is is gonna be my top 15. I think this album, the production on here is very, very solid. I like Dave East is on the album as well. And speaking of Dave East and just what AZ did, he really meshed, like, just the sounds on the album. The T-Pain song didn't sound outdated. He put Jaheim. Jaheim was like from my generation, and he has, like, you know, Conway with a Wayne. That's two different generations of hip hop. As far as Conway's new, Wayne is some, you know, maybe from the late 90s, early 2000s. Rick Ross, you know, 2000s. Dave East is now. He has Baby Paul. I mean, he has like the hip hop of hip hop, purest beats on this album. And at the same time, nothing sounds dated, nothing sounds old. It is just a fresh album from one of the best, most underrated, gifted MCs ever, AZ, with top 5 flow ever. And yeah, man, just really a good, solid album. And it was good to hear that. I like seeing sequels, even if it's not, doesn't sound like the first one. I just like seeing it. It just puts me in a different zone, a different mind state when I hear those. Like I said, ELA 2 from Busta and you know, hopefully Redman and others, you know, they can drop classics to their albums that, you know, people love, because, you know, I think it's a place for that. Just like people were doing verses and people were bringing things back, I think doing sequels to albums or part 2s would be great, especially, you know, 15, 20 years later, and putting people in that zone and mixing the old and the new sounds, and having new folks go back and listen to the old, new listeners go back and listen to the songs from the 90s or early 2000s, just of classic albums. You can only do a part 2 if the first one's a classic. I think Do or Die is a classic. His age with time as far as what people say about the album. So enough of me rambling. Guys, good album. Tell me what you think in the comments. Please like, subscribe, and talk to me. I talk back. Until next time, you guys know my motto. Peace. One.